Imagine a future where healthcare knows no boundaries, where patients can monitor their chronic conditions from the comfort of their homes. Introducing VitalConnect, the groundbreaking remote patient monitoring device that revolutionizes healthcare delivery, empowers patients, and improves outcomes. Let's first talk about the problem. Chronic diseases and conditions not only have a great health impact on the globe, but also has a great economic strain. For example, 90% of US's $4.1 trillion healthcare expense are for people with chronic diseases. The objective that we are going to achieve with VitalConnect is through the ABC model. We want to improve accessibility, budget, and also comfortability. The solution that we bring to you today is VitalConnect, which is a remote patient monitoring software for hospitals around the world. VitalConnect contains 4 product features. The first one being vital signs monitoring. What happens is that when paired with a hardware that's provided by the hospital or the government that we're closely working with, it can monitor the conditions that doctors will usually check when the patient is in the hospital. The second feature that our product has is to remind patients that it's time to take their medicine. I know, it's like a very small thing, but through our research, we found that a shocking 50% of patients with chronic diseases can actually fail to take their medicine. So we have something that they can carry around with them constantly, reminding them, say, oh, it's time for you to take your medication. Then we can severely decrease the amount of people whose conditions worsen because they fail to take their medication. Our third feature is data storage and transmission. So VitalConnect collects and stores the patient's data in the cloud, and it shares this with the hospital that they are currently being treated in, so the hospital can monitor their conditions and catch if anything goes wrong. VitalConnect's fourth feature revolves around the usage of stored data. We can create patterns and trends based on the data that we have in order for future uses. Now, this might seem like something that hospitals are already doing, but please note that our product is used worldwide, and in some countries where technology is not as advanced as, say, North America, this technology will be really beneficial for them. Now let's talk about the benefits that VitalConnect brings. VitalConnect effectively addresses 4 main problems that are happening in the status quo. The first one being the amount of money that we're spending as a whole on chronic diseases, and the majority of the money is actually on the stay. When patients are staying in a hospital, they're not going to be constantly diagnosed by a doctor, right? Sometimes they're just laying there and then having the machinery checking over their vital signs. If this can be done at home, it will increase accessibility of patients, as they can stay at home, they can do their normal stuff, right? Which makes them more comfortable and gives them a more positive experience. But also, if something does go wrong, they're still able to realize that, and the hospital is still able to realize that and prepare for it. And lastly, the impact of VitalConnect is especially important in third world countries or in hospitals that are not as technological advanced or lacks staff. So brain drain is an issue that happens in a lot of third world countries like Nigeria, because the people who are educated in medical fields often choose to go to another country like the US, for example, to pursue their studies and achieve a higher medical degree or achieve a higher medical life. They work there, and a lot of times they don't come back, which means there's severe understaffing in these countries, which we'll talk about later. So this means that there might not be enough people to treat and monitor every single patient, which means our software, which is personalized for every single patient, can have a really effective usage and impact there.
When it comes to the field of healthcare monitoring, VitalConnect faces competition mainly in the form of a company called Electronic Care Management Services, which offers similar services. However, the key difference is VitalConnect offers a much lower cost service, while Electronic Care Management Services focuses more on offering more complex technologies that assist in monitoring. This is fundamentally unneeded due to VitalConnect's ability to offer data directly to doctors, which allow doctors to make daily informative decisions. And therefore, when it comes time to utilize more advanced technologies, patients under VitalConnect are already hospitalized because the doctors have already been given a chance to make that decision on their behalf. Even though VitalConnect can work with any hardware service, we do have a hardware service that works specifically with our software. When it comes to what VitalConnect can offer, we have a data classification system that allows us to connect the information that we extract directly with the point that we need to plot it out and observe the trend that's taking place. Our hardware also offers an open room CAT system that can act as an oximeter, allowing us to intake blood oxygen levels. For the rest of the data, we rely on sensors that can detect everything from breathing rate to pulse rate to blood pressure. With all this information, we can then correlate this to the indicators of chronic diseases and use that to observe overall trends. As a company active in the field of healthcare, it is important for VitalConnect to offer security guarantees for the data that it will be processing and moving. When it comes to offering the security, we focus on 3 key methods. The first method focuses on removing any names or ways to identify the patient, focusing on just the numbers and where they're being sent, with each patient utilizing a number code that is available only on the doctor's side. We also plan on offering public key encryption, meaning that for the data to be unpackaged, you will need an exact key. We plan on using the SHA-1 hashcat system in addition to other possibilities that will allow us to make sure that information is secure as it is being transported. We also plan on maintaining transparency at all levels of operation, allowing the hospitals to understand what the data will be used for, and allowing the patients to communicate with the hospitals and doctors on a daily basis to be clear on where their data is being used.
Let us create a world where VitalConnect resonates in the hearts of millions of patients, reminding us that health knows no boundaries, and that the symphony of vitality is within our grasp. Together, we can revolutionize healthcare, empower our patients, and compose a future where every heartbeat harmonizes with hope.